Hello everyone and welcome back to another one of my videos. Today I have a really fun card using the Faceted Snowflake Embossing Folder by Simon Says Stamp. I must confess, I have really been obsessed with these 3D embossing folders lately. They are such a cool way to add texture and dimensions to your cards and panels. Well, I plan to create just one card today, but I love this embossing folder way too much. So, I ended up creating 4 cards. I do plan to create a lot more of this. This is a card design which can be easily mass produced. Even without these snow peoples, the trees, the gift boxes, the embossed background is enough on its own. Couple the background with some beautiful sentiments and you will have a bunch of cards ready to go. Before we begin creating these beautiful cards for today, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for some more fun videos. Let us first take a look at this beautiful embossing folder. This is a Faceted Snowflake Embossing Folder by Simon Says Stamp. You will see how intricate these are on paper. It's a beautiful 3D embossing folder that I will be using for all my backgrounds today. The best part about these 3D embossing folders is that both the embossed and the debossed sides are equally pretty. For today's project, I plan on using only the embossed side of the panel. I plan to work on the debossed sides very soon. Stay tuned for a video where I will be creating panels using the debossed side of these 3D embossing folders. For our background today, I cut out 2 A2 size panels of white cardstock. I am using an 80-pound white cardstock here. I placed the cardstock inside my embossing folder and ran the sandwich through my Cricut die cutting machine. I love how this design looks. You can use this embossing panel as is on your cards. Take a look at these beautiful intricate snowflakes that got embossed on these panels. Initially, I thought that I would keep the panels white and add my focal point to these white embossed backgrounds. But then, I decided to add a pop of color to my panels. I will be using distress inks to blend ink on my embossed background. Here, you will see that I am using picked raspberry for my first colored background and peacock feathers for the second card. For our first card, which will have a pink ink blended background, I went ahead and cut out a circle using my nested circle dies and heat embossed a sentiment using black embossing powder. I used this beautiful Sending Happy Thoughts Your Way sentiment from the Warmest Wishes stamp set by Simon Says Stamp. This is a huge 6x8 stamp set with fun sentiments, snow people, trees and gift boxes. You could directly stamp these onto your card front or fussy cut them and stick them on your cards. Before I ink blend the panel, I will plan out the position of my sentiment circle. I am using my blending brush to ink blend the pink on the embossed panel. I am not coloring the entire panel. I will just add color around my sentiment circle. Here, I'm just trying to fade out the color away from the circle. You could go in for 2 or 3 different shades of the same color to get an ombre look. But I decided that I wanted some of that white panel to be seen in my background. So I just faded away the picked raspberry along the edges of the panel. Once I'm satisfied with the coloring, I will go ahead and adhere my sentiment circle using some strong double-sided adhesive. We can cut off the part of the circle that is hanging out of the embossed panel. Now, let's work on our focal point. Let's add a few little snowmen to this panel. If you've watched my previous videos, you know that I have stamped and colored a bunch of these snow people and the trees and stored them in a little Ziploc bag. This makes it easier for me to choose from the images whenever I need to add them onto my card front. These little images are from the same Warmest Wishes stamp set which was part of the Simon Says Stamp January 2022 card kit. The best part about having these stamped images is that you exactly know how many of these images you want to add on your card front and still have some leftovers for your future cards. I stuck the trees using some strong liquid glue and used small foam tapes to add behind my snowman and the gift boxes. I love this little snowman holding that gift box. This would be perfect for any occasion, be it a birthday card, anniversary card, or just a way to say thank you to someone. I do have some more finishing touches for this card, which I will be showing you later in this video. Well, moving on to the second card. I used the same exact technique, just one change here was that I used white circle instead of a blue one for this blue background. I ink blended around my sentiment circle and added the same exact snowman and the trees on the front panel. I stuck the snowman and the gift boxes using foam tape for some extra dimension. Here's a look at both the panels. You will see I have many more stamped images that I store away in that little Ziploc bag, which I end up using in my future cards. Well, I did create 2 more cards using the same design. I adhered these panels onto a white pre-folded card base. I like to use strong double-sided tapes on my background panel to adhere them onto a pre-folded card base. As I mentioned earlier, I do have some fun finishing touches for our cards. I added some Nuvo Drops around the focal points and the sentiment circle. Initially, I thought that I would add just a couple of drops, but I really loved the look of this and went a little overboard. I kind of covered the entire focal point with the Nuvo Drops. I used 2 shades of Nuvo Drops. One is the duck egg blue for my blue panel and bubblegum for the pink panel. Well, as you know it, our cards are never complete without shine and sparkle. Here I am using the Spectrum Noir glitter brush pens on my trees, the gift boxes and, well, the little snowman. I also added glossy accent on the little gift box that our snowman is holding. The glossy accents do have some cloudy appearance to it initially, but it will dry out clear. Here's a closer look at these cards. Take a look at all that texture, shine and sparkle. These cards have a lot going on, from the intricate embossed snowflake backgrounds to the fun stamped and colored images, the little dots of Nuvo Drops and the glitter and sparkle and, well, the glossy accents. I had so much fun creating these cards. Off camera, I went ahead and created 2 more cards. I used this beautiful green and yellow color for the other 2 cards. I also used matching colors of Nuvo Drops in the shades of apple green and buttermilk to add around the sentiment circle. I love how these cards turned out and the layout. It is so easy to recreate. I definitely plan on creating a lot more cards similar to this one here. Well, I would love to try out different embossing folders and different focal points as well. I hope you had fun watching today's video and got inspired. Tag me on my Instagram at rp_shutterbug with fun pictures of your projects. Also, mention your thoughts about today's video and some card ideas and techniques that you would like to see in the future videos in the comment section below. Thanks again for joining me today. I would love for you to become a subscriber to my channel, and if you do subscribe, make sure to hit the bell icon so that you don't miss the next time I post. Here are a couple of other videos that you might be interested in watching. Thanks so much. See you in my next video. Until then, stay safe.